everybody. I'm Jim Stavridis, the Dean of the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, and I'm about to do something I really enjoy doing, which is introducing a brand new member of our faculty, but in this case, someone who is a distinguished scholar and has an extraordinary background to come to the Fletcher School, and that's Professor Monica Toft. Monica, welcome.
Thank
you.
I
think folks would love to hear a little bit about you. Where are you from? Where'd you study? Where are you coming from?
So I'm originally from New York, and I have not a typical path for an academic. So when I was 17, I enlisted in the U.S. Army. I went in as an E1, much to the chagrin of my mother. I'm a twin with a boy, and the girl ended up going into the service, but I loved it. I was a Russian language student while I was in high school. So I decided to enroll in the Army or enlist in the Army, and I spent 4 years as a Russian linguist. Then I went to college at the University of California, Santa Barbara, but I got a great education, and that education allowed me to go to the University of Chicago for my PhD, where I studied political science and pretty much looked at ethnic nationalism and the collapse of the Soviet Union. And then I was offered a postdoctoral fellowship at the Olin Institute, which was Sam Huntington's outfit. Spent a year there and managed to secure a job at the Kennedy School, and spent about a decade there. And left there and went to join the University of Oxford to help stand up a new school of public policy. And it was great to be part of something new, very challenging intellectually, but my love and my heart rests with security and strategic studies. And so the opportunity to be able to refocus on that rather than to help build this fantastic institution. So now I'm building something else.
Here you are. Well, we're all very excited about the fact that not only are you coming, but also you have brought in, through your efforts, a terrific grant, which is going to create a new center, which we're calling the Center for Strategic Studies, which will fit nicely with Dick Schultz and his program, but be separate and independent under your direction. Tell us about it.
It's about mentoring and doing top-notch, first-class, first-rate research related to issues of U.S. foreign policy, the long-term unintended consequences of military intervention, and sort of this inclination of the use of force, and what are some alternative policies to that. And I think in this era right now, we're facing a number of crises. Of course, Congo is still raging. We don't hear that much about it, because we also have Syria, and then of course now we have the crisis in Korea on the peninsula.
We do, and I'd point out we have an active war in Ukraine being fought, an area of real specialization for you as well. Will you be approaching issues geographically, or are you going to look thematically at this mix of hard and soft power, the smart power kind of thing, or a little bit of both?
It's going to be both. So one of the ideas is we really want to sort of draw out the costs and the alternatives of the use of force. In some cases, you have to use force. There's no denying that. But other cases, it's miscommunication, it's misinformation, bad timing, or bad sort of meetings. And so trying to recover from that and thinking through, all right, what are the alternatives? What are the alternative strategies to the use of force? And then really trying to come up with some costs and showing that actually we can have an alternative that may not be as costly.
Marvelous. Well, it sounds like it's going to be terrific, and with you running it, I know it will be. Thank you for joining the Fletcher School's faculty